So, welcome everyone to today's new moon activation meditation and manifestation ritual. I'm super excited to be holding space. How is everyone feeling with all this Aries energy? It has felt so powerful this whole week. And it's hilarious depending on how much fire you have in your chart. For me personally, I don't have like any fireplace. I have one fire placement and it's how I communicate. So my Aries is actually in Aries as well, which is interesting. So my Mercury is in Aries. And so this week has been like rah rah, hear me roar, self-expression, communication, so many thoughts as well. So Mercury rules the mind and how we communicate and wow. So it's definitely been a lot of energy, but I've been really loving it. I think it's such a fun energy for me because I normally don't, I guess, work with that much fire or have that much in my chart. I'm more in like watery, la la land. So I have been really, really enjoying this Aries energy, and we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with this specific new moon before we dive into the manifestation ritual and then the guided meditation for today. But yeah, we have so much to discuss. So, this is a really, really powerful week. There is so much forward, fast moving energy, and it's time to truly, it's like harness it to our advantage and do what you want with it. So, something, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier as well, is telling the energy what you want it to do is this at the essence and basis of manifesting because oftentimes, and they're showing me to do like a little mini story time, when we spend too much time in the void space of creation without actually telling the energy around us or our own personal energy what to do, we'll spend longer than necessary in that lull period in between manifestations. Also, let me know as well throughout today's session if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat. And if you haven't yet, I highly recommend looking up where Aries falls in your birth chart. There's so many different free resources. You can do a quick Google search um, and figure out where Aries is, what house it's in to see the most powerful area where you'll be impacted today, but also to manifest. And then if you have any other planets in there, those will be activated. So when we go through different planetary movements and then when they move through our different houses, it activates a different part of our chart. And so for anybody who looks that up, feel free to put that in the chat and as well. And I'll sort of be like walking through what that means for you when we go into the manifestation ritual. But Aries, so a few things that are really interesting about Aries. So Aries is naturally is ruled by the first house. Or the first house is ruled by Aries. And so the first house in astrology is all about the sense of self. So this is like how we show up in the world, our truest self and essence. So having so much planetary action in this sign is really propelling us to be our fullest, most embodied, powerful versions of ourselves to really allow that. It's such a powerful energy. Can you all feel it? It's literally just like supercharged. This is me. I am lion. Hear me roar kind of energy. So, Aries is all about passion as well. So, what are you passionate about in life? What are your passions? What lights you up? Taking action. Aries sometimes is a quick action, has a quick action energy to it without always thinking things through. But this week, and specifically today and this weekend, will be the time to take advantage of that. And that like really like just take action almost without thinking kind of energy because oftentimes we're the thing that holds us back in life. Like our mind can tell us whatever kind of thing it is to hold us back, keep us in our comfort zone, whether it's telling us, oh, we can't do that, or that's not possible, or that's crazy. I will say moving forward, and I've been speaking about this a lot this year, what, like your highest available timeline and path, what you should be following is your intuition, and that's going to be above logic and reason. And often it's not going to always make sense. So, the most expansive thing you can do in your life is often that thing of like, oh my God, that would be so, like, that'd be crazy if I did that thing, whether it's starting a new business, like, that's crazy. Like, I don't, like, me, like, what? Or like, I'm just going to go up and move to wherever, like it's the thing that seems like almost like a little bit like unhinged, a little bit crazy, but like excites you. But you're like, I don't know how I'd make it work. I don't know how to do the thing. Whatever that thing is for you, that's what's being needed to like needing to focus on for this new moon and really like direct your energy towards calling it in, magnetizing it to you and creating it. So Yes, it's a very, very powerful energy. There's just so much energy. I was mentioning earlier as well. I've been going on runs this week almost like every other day because it's just like the energy wants to move and just to take action, to do things, do the brave thing, do the bold thing. That's all about what Aries is all about. It's having the courage and taking action, following what lights you up, and without hesitation. So, this is the pro side to the Aries energy this week. Some of the things that you might be noticing as well, with this much fire energy, especially for people that have a lot of fire placements or like really heavily impacted by energies, or fire energy specifically, it can show up as like heated things, heated arguments. You may have noticed as well, like in the world, it's like different, heated things going on. So that's sort of when the energy isn't being mindfully harnessed, it can show up as that. Or like, yeah, aggressive or aggression tendencies, things like that. So that's like, each sign has a high road and a low road. So those are some of the like low road characteristics of Aries. So just be super mindful. The energy in the high road with Aries feels really good. And just like this complete faith and courage that you can do whatever the F you want in life and it's always going to work out. Like it's just like a really good energy. So I always say whatever you focus on creates more of that. So with the energy, like it's a lot. Focus on what you want to create with it, which is like why I'm talking about the things that I am today. So also so you can like harness everything to manifest. And yeah, today, so this is a really powerful new moon, honestly one of the most powerful new moons of the year. We have 7 planets in Aries. So the 7 planets, celestial bodies that we have in Aries are the moon, which governs our emotional body, the sun, which governs our energy body, Mercury, which governs our communication, self-expression, our mental headspace, Neptune, which governs our dreams, but also illusions, Mars, which is like the planet of war, but also action. It's like that masculine drive energy, and also Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So this is like just it's so much energy. It's really good. So it's really giving like it's go time baby in terms of like communicating, expressing yourself, activating fully your energy body, your emotional body, your dreams, and just taking action and notice what needs to be healed that's stopping you from taking the action. So the peak times, depending on where you are in the world for this new moon, is technically tomorrow. So for California time, it's I believe at 4:51 in the morning tonight, essentially, on the 17th. And then yeah, depending on what part of the world you're in. And then it's at 7:51 in the morning East Coast time for Friday, the 17th, or it's at 9:51 p.m. for my lovelies who are in Australia and New South Wales time. So I think this is a really powerful practice that we're doing it ahead of time. So you can also do it tomorrow as well if you'd like to, or any other point this weekend. But honestly, today's practice is so powerful. You can also just do one and done. So with that being said, definitely pull up your birth chart where you have Aries and also make sure to grab a pen. Um, Preferably if you have a red pen, like let's just go with the Aries vibe, but it doesn't have to be red. A pen and a piece of paper, something to write with. Any crystals, candles, like I'd mentioned, if you would like to have those in your space, as well as I'll also invite you to gather the items for today's guided meditation before we get started with everything. So that can be as many pillows as possible, blankets. It can be a yoga mat or not. You can also do this laying down on a couch or a bed. You can do the meditation seated if you'd like, truly, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And I'd love to hear in the chat as well, is it anybody's first Nidra meditation session with me? Let me know. So just take a moment to gather all of those things with the meditation. It's definitely a practice of more is more with props. You might also want an eye mask, not required, but yeah, whatever will make you feel as cozy and as comfortable as possible. So literally heaps of blankets and pillows, as many as you've got. So yeah, what house is Aries in your chart? So we have, I know the sixth house, which is all about career and also health. And so oh, Carrot's your first one. That's so interesting. I was wondering too. I was like, has she done a Nidra meditation with me yet? Oh, this is so exciting. And you also have Aries in your third house. Love this. So that's all about communication, and your moon is there. We love this. So it's like connecting into your emotional body and reviewing how you communicate, how you show up in the world. Also, since you're a writer, it's self-expressing yourself in whatever way feels good, whether it's verbal communication, the written word, perhaps writing in a more fiery capacity than you normally would have. But this is going to be a really powerful new moon for you to manifest things with communication. So this can be launching a new book, getting a new book published as an example for areas that you can are really, really powerful for you to manifest. Notice what's holding you back from thinking like, any type of, am I good enough? Is it ready? I'm not ready. That's crazy, or whatever it is, right? Um, Something to do with publishers as well, right? So being in alignment with finding the right publishers as an example. What a beautiful and powerful new moon for you too. And let's see. Awesome. So for anyone else who feels called to share, you feel free to put in the chat. Otherwise, if you look up what house Aries is in, for anyone who's watching the recording and you're like, I don't know what that means, you can always do a really quick Google search and just type in, what does the, eighth house in astrology mean? And do a quick like little planet search if you need to, if you have any planets in there as well, because those will be activated too. Yeah, Aries in the sixth house with Chiron. That is super, super powerful, especially too for it's like manifesting around career, but also health. So, and looking at whatever, healing work is being highlighted to release so that you can step into the most embodied version of you. So, as you guys know, for quite some time, I feel like a little like empowerment fairy where I just like empower every single person that I meet or I try to, or anyone who books in for a session with me or does a class. The whole goal is to empower you. And like today, I feel like is like peak empowerment energy. So, all right. So look at where Aries is in your birth chart. And so, like I said, this is a really powerful um area for you to manifest in. But if you are like, actually, this is so fascinating for everyone who's shared so far where Aries is in your birth chart. Those are really powerful areas for you guys to manifest right now. So it's like hits the nail on the head so perfect. But for some reason, if it's an area of your house, like chart where you're like, I'm good, like I would actually prefer to manifest something else. Like if it's in your house of partnerships, but you want to manifest money, like do whatever you feel most inspired or passionate by. It doesn't have to be just where that is in your chart. So Irish, you're having trouble finding where Aries is in your chart. What's the website that you recommend? I don't have a particular website. Let me see. Astro.com works, but let me see. I usually just Google Astro Cafe, like cafeastrology.com too, should work. And then you'll need the Aries is symbolized by the ram, so will need to notice what that symbol is to find where it is in your chart. Yeah, let me know if you're able to find it that way. But I usually just do like a quick little Google search if I for some reason forgot where something is in my chart. So I'll wait like a moment or so to get things ready as everyone else is looking at where Aries is in your birth chart. Let's gather our piece of paper. So for this manifestation specifically, I recommend having it be a separate piece of paper, like remove it from a notebook. I wouldn't recommend putting it in a notebook, just having it be separate. And so what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the man-made edges. We're essentially like making a manifestation petition for this new moon. So remove all the man-made edges. This is really important. So this I pulled from a notebook. And to remove all the man-made edges, I literally just tear, oh goodness, all four corners. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just to remove all the man-made edges. That stuff is really important. Didn't do the best job, but it's fine. So gathering your piece of paper, removing all the man-made edges. So here, I'm going to give you many different options. Do as you feel called to. Honestly, you can just write with a pen what you want to manifest in the present tense, but I'm going to give you all the like little extra things on top if you would like to add all the additional things. So do as you feel called to, I always say. So what you're going to do with the piece of paper is if you have any spell oils, for my girlies that work with spell oils, like manifestation spell oils, abundant spell oils. You can put the spell oil, like dab it, and put it all around the four corners. So that would be one option. I also recommend if you wanted to work with different herbs for today, whether they're dried, I feel like dried feels best. Lemongrass is really great for expediting manifestations. Basil is really great for calling in abundance. If there's any other herbs that you feel called to use as well, I'll share when to incorporate those in. These are all optional things. And if you have any chime candles, I would recommend using a white or a red chime candle for today. Or if you have any other candles nearby that you're using, today I'm currently working with the Rabbit Spirit Guide for today's session. So that's creation and abundance, as well as the Dragon Spirit Guide, that fire energy of alchemy and embodiment. So, yeah, or any candle if just you have a plain white candle, and I'll guide you through the process. So, gathering your items and having your piece of paper. So, with all the man-made edges removed. So, what I'm going to guide you all to do, if you already know like exactly what you want to manifest, you can write it in the present tense. If you're like, I need a moment to like collect my thoughts and figure out what I want to manifest, I'll guide you through that now. So, we're just going to do a little mini 60-second meditation to connect you into what you're feeling called to manifest or create at this time. So I'll invite you all to gently close the eyes, focus on your breath, perhaps settle or ground your energy, and take 3 deep breaths together in through the nose and exhale audibly out the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose, exhaling audibly out the mouth, feeling your heart rate starting to slow down, the energy starting to settle. And we'll take one more deep breath in through the nose, expanding the lungs, the biggest breath you've taken all day. And exhale audibly out the mouth with a sigh. Take a moment to connect in to your solar plexus. This is at the stomach, just below the sternum. And ask your higher self what you're wanting to call in. What do you feel excited about to manifest? Think big and dream even bigger. What is the most outside the box thing you could ever dream of, and expand that? I feel like most of you have gotten on to something. If it's not clear to you, perhaps ask where in your life that you've been playing small. Perhaps what area of your life that feels stuck or stagnant, or what area in your life you're feeling like it's time to do the brave, bold thing, to take the risk and do something a little crazy that excites you. What is that? Once you get clear on that, it can start as an initial feeling or sensation, a certain area of your life. Get crystal clear on what you would like to call in. Whether it's a new home, a new career ambition, a new relationship, abundance in finance, perhaps calling in more fun, adventure, joy. Whatever it is, new opportunities. Once you are clear on what you would like to call in, start to gently open the eyes and write your manifestation down on your piece of paper in the present tense, as though it has already happened. For example, I know why I feel called to say this. You can write in the present tense, I'm calling in a $100,000 book signing, opportunity as an example. Or I'm calling in a new job opportunity, whatever the new job opportunity is. Make it specific to you, where I get at least a 20% pay increase. Whatever that is that's specific to you, make it as specific as possible and state it in the present tense. Like, so state it as I just received whatever the thing is, as though it is already happening, as if you received it today. So I received a 20% pay increase as an example. Um, Getting super clear on what that is. For today, I highly recommend focusing on one specific thing. If you like to multitask, up to three is fine. Write it down in the present tense as if you already have it, and write it 3 times on this piece of paper. I'll do it with you guys all as well. Let me know if you have any questions too. Once you give another moment or so for everyone who's writing or still thinking. And for anyone who is still finding where Aries is in your birth chart, you can feel free to share that in the chat as well. Otherwise, once you have your manifestations, also for anyone watching the recording, you can feel free to pause and take as long as you need. Once you have your manifestations written down on your piece of paper, write it down 3 times. So if you have 3 different manifestations you're calling in, write each one of those down 3 times. So it would make it 9 times total. But I do recommend sort of like staying focused for this one as much as you can. And then what you're going to do, this would be your opportunity if you do have herbs that you would like to use, sprinkle them on this piece of paper now. So whether that's lemongrass, basil, whatever herbs, catnip, if you're calling an opportunity to you, whatever you feel called to work with. You can also do it after the fact as well if you'd like. And then look at the piece of paper and fold the piece of paper towards you. This is really important as you'll be calling, literally bringing in the manifestation towards you. So fold the piece of paper towards you. You can do it one time I always say do as you feel intuitively called. So I'm just guiding you through the different options. You can do it once. You can also do it 2 more times towards you if you want to do it up to 3 times. 3 feels very important for today. You can just do it once if that feels good. And if you have a candle for today's session, you can put this underneath the candle for the next guided meditation portion of today. I highly recommend if you feel called to working with the fire element, you can burn this after today's session. Make sure you're doing it in a safe space. So if you're using candle, like a candle, bring the candle to the sink and then burn it in the sink, or use a fireplace somewhere that is like safe for you to literally set your intention out into the universe or the world. So you're going to need to, if you can, remember what you wrote down, the exact present tense statement, because we'll be using it during the guided meditation for today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This truly is with manifesting. It doesn't have to be super fancy. So honestly, just simply writing it and folding it towards you is enough. But for those that love little cherry on top things, I always invite you to add those, whatever feels good for you in your own personal practice. So, when we're ready, is everyone ready? The next step in all of this is manifestation isn't just about putting it out to the universe and then hoping it happens. It's about taking the inspired action and becoming the person that you need to in order for those things to come into your life. So, that's the next step. So it's the universe also doing the work for you to bring the thing in, but you doing the work to embody that version of you and being that person every single day, even if you don't feel like it, and taking that inspired action to make it happen. And then watch your manifestations pour in with lightning speed. So we'll start to, unless anyone has any questions, we'll start to transition to the Nidra meditation practice for today. This is going to be super, super powerful. As I was writing and channeling through this last night, what they were showing me was it being also like an energy activation. So connecting with the energy of the day and all that fire energy. So it's going to be a really powerful one. Recommend having a glass of water nearby as well, or at least after the practice too. And make sure if you can remember the specific manifestation that you put in the present tense and we'll start to get all set up for today's meditation. So, for anybody who is new to Nidra meditation, I'm so excited for you. Nidra is one of my favorite practices. It is used for so many different things. It can be used for a wonderful nervous system reset, to help reduce stress levels, to lower cortisol levels. It's also a very powerful place to connect into the quantum field. So it is arguably, in my opinion, one of the most powerful forms of meditation because it allows you to go into deep delta brain waves while remaining awake and aware. So typically, I'll do a little bit of a background as you guys set up your space for the meditation practice. So invite in as many blankets and pillows as possible. I do recommend doing this meditation lying down. So getting all cozy, comfortable, and set up for that as I do the little background about Nidra. I recommend as well because the head and neck can get really heavy during the practice to have a pillow underneath the head and neck, even perhaps a pillow underneath the knees. If you are lying down, you can also do this truly listen to your body and what feels good. So if you're like, I need to be on my side today, or I want to be propped up or sitting up, make sure that you're very deeply supported with as many props as possible. It's very much a practice of more is more, as a lot of times in society, we've been conditioned to believe that less is more. This is a practice of like treat yourself like you are creating a throne for yourself of nourishment, multiple blankets. The as this is a very deeply nervous system regulating practice, the body temperature can really vacillate. So you may feel really hot or cold throughout the practice. So you may want to easily and effortlessly be able to take blankets on or off. I do encourage to like minimal movement during the session just so you can fully drop in. But if you do have any wiggles you need to get out, or if something hurts and you need to physically like move, always listen to your body and what feels best for you. They're also showing me some of you do this meditation again this weekend, but doing it in a different position or different location, which is really cool. Even like out in nature, if it's uninterrupted, would be powerful to connect into the earth. So as you're getting your space all set up, you can also any crystals you want to have on your physical body or next to you, as well as my guides are showing me some of you guys drinking tea after. So we love this. Very nourishing. As well as if you have an eye mask, anything like that, doing it preferably in a dark room, lights off vibes, and do your best not to fall asleep. But we'll talk a little bit more about that too. So, the little bit of background behind Nidra. So, this is an incredibly ancient practice. It's been practiced for thousands of years, and it's known as like an ancient healing salve. So, the reason why Nidra meditation is so powerful is it's essentially a journey through the states of consciousness while remaining awake and aware. So, it's essentially like if you were to be awake while you enter the dream state, but you're awake. So it's essentially, in essence, a guided body scan and visualization that allows you to fully drop into a slower brainwave state. So on a daily basis, we operate in beta. So that's like our walking, talking state, our thinking state, our getting things done. And it in beta, it can take up to 1,000 repetitions to create a new neural pathway. So for those of us that are trying to manifest something or that are trying to reprogram the subconscious mind, it can take up to 1,000 times of like redirecting the thought in beta to make it happen. When you're in the flow state, which is alpha, it can take 21 to 28 times to make a new neural pathway. Or in theta or delta, which is we only reach delta when we're in deep rest or deep like REM sleep. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't always hit delta while we sleep because if I'm not going to fully go into this, but if we are constantly in go, go, go work mode and basically like it overactivates our nervous system. So if we don't fully drop into that delta state while we sleep, then we just don't reach it. So Yoga Nidra is a really powerful practice to help guide us to that delta brainwave state, which is where the brainwaves are slower. And it can only take a couple of like 1 to 3 repetitions to create a new neural pathway. It essentially connects you to the void space. So Nidra breaks down etymologically to ni, which is the void, and then drew, which is to draw forth from. So it's the process and being guided to literally draw forth from the void, which is what the quantum field is, which is the space where you manifest. So it's super extra powerful to pair this with the manifestation ritual and practice, and especially on the new moon is chef's kiss. So it is the energy to let go of also your to-do list, what you need to do after, what the day happened before, and to just allow yourself to lean into the reset. Every time you do a Nidra meditation, you will have a different experience based on what your body needs, whether it just needs rejuvenation and rest, or you have enough energy to manifest. So for today, if you came into today with the intention of manifesting, but ended up just needing it to be a rejuvenating session, like don't be hard on yourself. You can do it again and have the intention be then to manifest when you have more energy. So this is a really powerful place to create new neural pathways to essentially, in essence, manifest whatever it is that you're looking to call in. So super extra powerful. It's really great to heal as well. So your the ability for the body to heal is much faster when we reach delta brainwaves because that's where the human growth hormone happens. And so if you need any physical healing in your body, it usually will occur during a Nidra meditation. And it's called Yoga Nidra. No yoga is actually done. It's the yoga of sleep or rest, where you literally just lie down and enjoy the beautifully nourishing practice. You also, if you wanted to have your manifestation underneath your head for the practice, that is an option too. Otherwise, just underneath the candle or next to you is wonderful as well. So I recommend, like I'd mentioned for today, being on your back for today's session. However, whatever feels best for you, whatever position, listen to your body, knowing that this practice is all about feeling as comfortable as you can so that you can fully drop in with no expectations. So, getting a moment to continue to get as cozy and as comfortable as possible, getting your space all set up. Perhaps surrounding yourselves with as many blankets as you'd like, pillows, even create like a little pillow fort. And if you do have a light covering over the eyes, if that feels good and safe for you, feel free to put that in place now, making your space as cozy, comfortable, safe, and supported as possible. So, getting everything set up. And when you're ready, let's begin. Finish getting your space as cozy and as comfortable as possible. Getting any last little wiggles out. And if it feels safe for you at this time, I invite you to close the eyes, letting your eyelids soften and relax the area behind the eyes. We'll start by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhaling audibly out the mouth. One more, just like that. Inhaling through the nose, expanding the lungs, and exhaling, releasing audibly out the mouth, perhaps with a sigh. As you settle into your body and space, just make sure you'll be as comfortable as possible, making any last little adjustments or wiggles, getting your body, mind, soul ready to receive. And as best you can, welcome in everything as it is, whether it be sensations, thoughts, feelings, or something external like sound. Know that if sound happens, allow it to be a pointer back to your deep connection to the practice. Getting as comfy as you can so you can remain as still and present during the practice. Know that you are in a safe, protected, held space. And if it feels good, I invite you to draw a golden circle around you, around your body and being. Imagining this golden circle around you, creating a circle of protection and inviting in any guides, any ancestors, beings, spirits, angels, anything that feels good and safe around you at this time. Connect into this golden circle energy and welcome in everything as it is. Allow your breath to start to soften. Allow your breath to hold you. Soft, natural breathing, no effort. And at this time, nothing else matters. Nothing else exists but your body and your breath. There's nowhere to go and nothing to do, but simply be. This time is for you. Staying relatively still, resting now so that your body and mind can deeply, deeply rejuvenate. Remain conscious and aware while you are guided. Keep listening, a deep listening. Beginning now to listen to the guidance of your soul, of your higher self. Start to bring your awareness to your solar plexus, the space where the stomach is located just below the base of the sternum. Tuning into the energy and frequency of your solar plexus. And allow yourself to tune into its rhythms and language. Perhaps what color it is. Recalibrating this energy center, the home of your personal power. And ask yourself, what is your soul's deepest longing? And let the answer come from your soul or your solar plexus rather than from your head. This is also an opportunity to affirm internally to yourself your intention or manifestation for today's session. in the present tense. So restate or affirm your manifestations now in the present tense as though it is already happening. This can be in addition to your soul's deepest longing, or whichever you feel most called to today. So, for example, rather than saying, I will receive abundance, but be specific, state with feeling, I have abundance, but be specific. Whether you're calling in an opportunity, whatever it is that we just connected in with during the manifestation ritual, create this intention as an affirmation in the present tense and state it to yourself now 3 times. Now see yourself in a place that feels peaceful and safe. It can be a real place or an imaginary one, but find a place where you feel protected, peaceful, and at ease. This is your inner sanctuary. Feel yourself here and begin to see all the surroundings. How is the light? What is the temperature? Is this a physical location you're familiar with, or is it as one that you're creating in this moment? Are there any specific colors, objects, people, flowers, trees, or animals there? See everything in as much detail as you'd like. Visually create your most serene, tranquil, and safe inner sanctuary. And allow yourself to feel the energy there. Fill up on this feeling or sensation of safety, security, and peace. And at any time during your practice today, if you ever feel overwhelmed, know that you can always return to this safe space, return to this feeling or sensation. And know that this place and feeling is always available to you, and you can return to it at any time. This is your inner sanctuary. Connect to the energy here and allow your awareness now to settle into your body. Stay connected to your physical body while remaining alert and awake. Without moving, feel each body part as it is mentioned. Listen to my voice and embrace all sensation. We'll start by bringing awareness to the palm of the right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Feel all the fingers together. Feel your whole right hand, top of the hand. Notice the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder. Feel the entire right arm, hand, and shoulder. Feel the entire right arm, hand, and shoulder. Bring awareness to the throat center and notice the left hand, palm of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Feel your whole left hand, all the fingers together. Feel the top of the hand. Notice the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. Feel the entire left arm, hand, and shoulder. Feel the entire left arm, hand, and shoulder. Awareness in the throat center. Notice the neck and throat. Feel your jaw, mouth, lower lip, upper lip. Feel where the lips meet and touch. Feel the inside of your mouth. Feel all surfaces in the mouth. Feel the entire mouth as sensation, as vibration. Perhaps releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth, allowing it to soften. Notice the nose. Feel your right nostril, left nostril. Notice breath in the nostrils. Feel the inside of your nose. Feel the outer edges of your nose. Feel your whole nose as sensation, as energy. Notice your ears. Notice all the hills and the valleys of the ears. Awareness of earlobes, backs of the ears, ear canals, inner ears. Notice and observe your ears listening, receiving sound. Feel the ears as vibration, as wavelength. Feel the eyes. Notice eyelids, eyelashes, where the eyelashes interlace. Awareness of the surface of the eyes, the centers of the eyes, and feel the backs of the eyes behind them. Feel both eyes as glowing orbs of radiant energy. Notice forehead, crown, whole head. Feel your head and neck, throat center, chest, shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades at the back of the heart. Feel your heart center, ribs, stomach, belly, low back, and sacrum. Feel your torso and bring awareness to the right hip. right thigh, knee, calf, ankle, and foot. Feel the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Feel all the toes together. Feel your entire right leg, foot, and hip. Feel your entire right leg, foot, and hip. Notice pelvis. Now feel your left hip, left thigh, knee, calf, ankle, and foot. Feel the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Feel all the toes together. Feel your entire left leg, foot, and hip. Feel your entire left leg, foot, and hip. Bring awareness to the soles of both feet. Feel both legs together. Feel into the base of your spine and imagine a red light at your root center. Imagining a red light at the base of your spine at root center. Imagine an orange light where the womb space or reproductive organs are in the lower abdomen. Imagining an orange light in the lower abdomen. Visualizing a yellow light at the solar plexus at the stomach. Imagining a yellow light at the solar plexus at the stomach. Visualizing a green light at heart center in the center of your chest. Imagining a green light at the heart center in the center of your chest. Visualizing a bright blue light at the throat center. A bright blue light at the throat center. Imagining a deep indigo light at the third eye between the brows. A deep indigo light at the third eye between the brows. And a purple light at the crown of the head. A purple light at the crown of the head and throughout your entire aura and being. Feel now the entire front body, back body, right side, left side. Feel the back body resting on the earth beneath you. And bring awareness of your whole back body as sensation, alive with vibration. Feel the front body, bringing awareness of your whole front body as sensation, alive with vibration. Feel your whole body awareness in the whole body, the whole body. Bringing awareness now to your breath. Observe your breath. Notice your natural breathing, feeling the gentle in-breath and out-breath. Allow your mind to rest in these natural rhythms of breath, feeling your breath as it flows in through you and out. Follow your breath. Notice where you can feel your breath in your body, around your body, feeling the natural breath in your body. And as you inhale, feel your lungs start to expand. And on your next exhale, in your mind, say Om. Inhale, expanding the lungs. Exhaling Om. Inhaling, expanding the lungs. And exhaling to Om. Om represents our connection to the four states of consciousness, our connection to the universe. Connect into this energy of infinite expanse, the connection to all that is as you are part of it and it is part of you. Feel the expansiveness of the universe throughout your entire body and being, as if the infinite void space is within you and all around you. Feel this infinite expanse flowing through you now. And with each inhale, filling the lungs, and exhale to Om. Inhale to expand, and exhale to Om. One more deep inhale to expand, and exhale to Om. And imagine an anchor grounding you to the earth, keeping you connected to this planet as your physical and energy body expand. Feel your physical body, noticing sensations in the body. Begin to imagine the body completely empty. Feel yourself empty, hollow, contained spaciousness within your body. The body feels empty, like a hollowed out reed. Feel the body empty. Now, feel its opposite. Feel your body full. Notice abundance within your body, the body full of fascia, muscle, bone, organs. Feel fullness in the body. Feel the body full. Then feel the body empty again. Feel yourself totally empty. Empty like a hollowed out reed. Now feel the body full and abundant. Notice the sensation of fullness in the body so full you expand out in all directions. Now feel empty again and full again, and move between the sensations of emptiness and fullness. Now feel both sensations at once. Feel the body empty and hollow while simultaneously feeling the body full and abundant. Now look deep into your solar plexus at the stomach and notice any areas that feel heavy, stuck, stagnant, perhaps unpolished. And imagine you're clearing those energies now through visualization with a beautiful yellow energy or with your breath, releasing any feelings of inadequacy, lack of confidence, releasing those feelings with the breath as you amplify the solar plexus. Feel any and all impressions that have impeded your ability to own your personal power, to embody your truest self. Anything that prevents that is now ready to be released. Release it with the gentle massaging action of the breath at the solar plexus or the stomach. Feel the release of any stuck, stored emotions, experiences that have prevented you from being the most confident, empowered version of you. Any feelings of lack, inadequacy are released with your breath and filling that space with a bright, vibrant yellow light. Feel into the power of your solar plexus and the radiant light that sits within that space. Connect now into the heart center and notice and observe perhaps any areas that feel stuck, heavy, or stagnant that are ready to be released. And imagine releasing those feelings with the breath. Any and all impressions that are ready to release or let go of are now being released from the heart space. Any feelings of anger or playing small are simply released with your breath on the heart center. Now imagine a divine white light flowing through your heart center and solar plexus, filling these energy centers with light and love. Connect into this powerful energy of unconditional love flowing through your body and being. Feel the sensation of divine white light coming now through the crown of the head, into the arms, torso, through the tunnels of both legs and into the feet. Feel the sensation of light flowing through your physical and energy body, filling you with light energy and expansiveness. And start to gently turn your internal gaze now in between the third eye point at eyebrow center, and let the internal gaze rest here and imagine you are in an infinite, endless void space. This endless, vast expanse surrounds you. Every direction that you look, it is endlessly expanding in all directions. Noticing this vast expanse as you look down at your physical body, you notice it has dissolved and become one with the universe that surrounds you. As you are infinitely expanding in all directions. Feel into this expanse as you are one with it. And as you look up, you notice a beam of red light coming towards you. This is the fiery portal energy of the Aries new moon. And allow this red beam of light to come through the crown of your head, through your entire energy body and being, filling your energy body and being with this powerful activation, with this powerful fiery energy, fueling you with drive, motivation, confidence, assurance, and energy to go after your dreams. As this red light energy starts to turn into a high frequency flame, it activates your energy body, boosting your personal power and amplifying the embodiment of your most powerful self. Feel into the power of this flame, gifting you with the ability to take action, to have courage, to be brave. Fill up on this energy and sensation of empowerment, filling every ounce, every vessel, and every cell of your being. Feel into this energy coursing through you now, and feel it start to expand, expanding your auric field, amplifying it, and boosting your ability to call things into your reality simultaneously. Feel into your strength and the strength of your personal power, and start to feel its magnetic pull, attracting all possibilities to you. Focus your energy on the possibilities you would like to attract to you now, and visualize them being magnetically pulled towards your field. Feel this powerful magnetism as you attract your desired realities into your field. Feel the power of your energy field, of this magnetism, and feel the power of your physical and energy body expanding out in all directions. Feeling this radiant, powerful red energy or flame flowing through you now. Filling your energy body with courage, luck, energy, motivation, and action. Feel into the embodied sensation of feeling truly confident, radiant, and empowered. Your personal power amplifies with every breath that you take. Feel into the frequency of becoming who you were always meant to be. There is infinite amount of energy available to each one of us, and now is the time to claim yours. Allow this energy and light to flow through you and allow your embodied self to expand and shine out into the world like this brightest of lights. You are brave, and allow your thoughts to start to create and call in your desired reality instantaneously. Observe and feel into this powerful red energy or flame, this powerful fiery energy within you and all around you, expanding with each breath that you take, amplifying your personal power in this very moment. Recall now your intention or your new moon manifestation affirmation now, the positive statement that you set at the beginning of this practice. And say it now to yourself as if it is already happening in the present. And repeat it to yourself 3 times. Feel into the truth of this statement. Breathe it into your entire body and being, and allow it to fill every cell. Breathe it in, inhaling it again and again and again. This seed now blossoms. Take a moment, just a moment wherever you are, to tune back into your physical body and being, taking a moment to connect back into your physical body, back to the earth, and to linger in the residue of this practice, of this void consciousness, of returning back to all that is, of all possibilities. And remember the truth of your being, and think about what you want to take with you from the void, from this Nidra practice. What are you drawing forth? Whenever you're ready, imagine yourself breathing that thing, that quality, whatever it is, back into your being, breathing it deeper and deeper into your body and being, filling up on every cell and aspect of your body. Start to gently return to the body. And when you're ready, very gently start to move perhaps the fingers and the toes. If you would like to stay in your current position for as long as you'd like, feel free to do so. And I recommend gently coming out of this space 10 times slower than you would out of a Shavasana. So if you're ready, maybe start to gently roll the wrists or the ankles, stretching out both arms, perhaps overhead, or even wrapping opposite arms around your chest, giving yourself a gentle hug. And when you're ready, start to gently roll onto the left side. This is the receptive side, the yin side. And taking a moment to integrate and pause in this shape. Thanking your physical body for guiding and holding you. And when you're ready, start to slowly, gently sit up. You can feel free to keep the eyes closed here, or if you'd like to start opening the eyes, again, you can. Whatever feels best for you. Welcome back. And we'll end today's practice by doing Bu Mudra. So this is taking the peace fingers, the index finger and the middle finger of both hands, and placing it on the earth beneath you. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths in through the nose, breathing up the grounding sensation through the fingers into the body and being, and exhaling out the mouth. We'll do two more just like that. Inhaling deeply through the nose, through the body and being, and exhaling audibly out the mouth. Inhale, breathing up through the fingers, a grounding sensation, filling up the entire body and being, connecting you back to the earth, and exhaling audibly out the mouth. We'll seal our practice together with a soft and gentle Om, if that feels good for you. Otherwise, simply breathe in through the nose and out the mouth. You can bring the palms at heart center if that feels good. Bring them up overhead to the crown and then down to heart center. Taking a deep breath in, and then we'll exhale to Om. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Om. Thumbs can grace the third eye. Thank you all so much for sharing this beautiful practice with me, with each other, with this space. These ancient states of consciousness are incredible to explore and journey through. Know that a lot can come up during the practice, and each time you experience the practice, you may receive something different, whether it's a different activation or information from your higher self, your spirit team, or your intuition. So it's also very rare to let the body rest this deeply. So drink as much water or nourishing tea that feels good for you to replenish and move slowly to reintegrate back into your day or evening. Take some time, especially if you're feeling a little floaty, to ground. Even if you can go outside, put your bare feet on the earth, or just continue to do the Boo Mudra with the peace fingers. And also, after these sessions, it can be a really powerful time to journal if anything came through for you. I'm also here if you feel called to share. I know often after deep practices like this, it doesn't always feel like the right time or space to share. But for anybody who does feel called to, you can either do so in the chat or if you wanted to come off mute. Otherwise, this is a very powerful day. Lots of potent energy. This was a really wonderful practice to support you in connecting into the energy of today with all the Aries energy, but also to help to connect you to the quantum field of all possibilities to call in and manifest whatever your heart desires. I'm also open as well for anybody who has any questions, if anything came through and you have questions about it, or any questions about the practice. And yeah, for anyone who feels called to burn your manifestation paper in a safe space, you can do so tonight or even tomorrow, whatever feels best for you. And yeah, take as much time as you need to like reintegrate, come back to the world. You may feel completely different, reborn. Perhaps a lot of emotions came up. It truly is different every single time. So I'll just leave a moment or so for anyone who is either typing in the chat, anyone that wanted to share before we head out. But I hope each one of you enjoyed today's practice and session. I truly love holding space for this. We used to do these every new moon and full moon. It was a very beautiful and powerful way to connect to the lunar healing energy of the moon through a Nidra practice. And now we just do them as we feel called and guided to. And this new moon in Aries is a very powerful and potent one. So, wow, Sabrina, you actually saw specific dollar amounts in all of your accounts. That's incredible. What's super interesting as well is I was seeing that in my dreams last night too. I feel like there's a lot of money energy with this new moon in Aries. A lot of it is taking action to like making our lives like happen in beautiful, new, profound ways. And that often includes, right, like a replenished bank account, whatever that looks like for you. And yeah, it's super interesting. It's definitely a theme for this Aries moon and also the shift of wealth happening on our planet. A lot of it's shifting into whether you want to call it like light workers or people that have been contributing to good karma their whole life. It's like finally going to be getting paid forward now, which is really beautiful. That is really, really cool, Sabrina. Think about it too, after all the years of practice, and now it's like connecting into that energy of specific dollar amounts in the bank account. We love this. I always say too, for anyone else who feels called to share if anything came through during your practice, otherwise I fully recognize it's a very sacred, special practice that you may not want to share anything, and that's perfectly okay too. But yeah, for anyone who does feel called to share or anything like that before we head out, and truly, yeah, thank you all so much. And for everyone as well who's accessing the recording, know that you'll receive it in the exact divine timing you're supposed to. I highly recommend that you can redo this class or session. Honestly, at any time, you can also use it any new moon, but it was designed for the new moon in Aries. And we can continue to leverage that energy and work with it up to 72 hours after the peak, which is happening tomorrow. So essentially until Monday. So keep that in mind too. You also kept seeing yourself in a space with words and phrases like stars racing by, and some landing like shooting stars. That is so cool. Giving you writing and speaking vibes. That is so good. Whoa. I love that. And it's like the more we can drop in, the more we can see and experience things. And for anyone, if it was like your first practice, what a powerful first practice. But also know like if you didn't see as many things came through. Like sometimes personally, when I do Nidra sessions for myself, I sometimes it's just an emotional experience. Other times it's just like the body physically healing and not much visuals. Other times you see visuals. Like truly, every single time I've ever done a Nidra meditation, it is completely different every single time with like whatever you're supposed to receive. So know you always receive whatever medicine you need at that moment and point in time. You're so welcome, Iris. And also, congratulations on your anniversary. I love that so much. What a beautiful, fun thing to do for that. This is really focusing and refreshing. Oh, I'm so glad. It's always nice to like tune in as well to the wisdom of the universe and allowing it to flow through me, but also to enjoy just a beautiful, nourishing practice. And also, like astrology aside, like Nidra meditation is really great just to restore and rejuvenate the nervous system, to rest, reset, recalibrate, reduce stress. I've used Nidra for so many different things, whether it's physical healing, emotional healing, but it's also really powerful for manifesting with the quantum. So definitely enjoy this. You'll all get access to the recording shortly in the next few hours. So yeah, feel free if you wanted to do it again this weekend, if you wanted to manifest something different and do it then, whatever it is, whatever your heart desires. You're so welcome, Kara. I hope that you enjoyed it for your first Nidra. Sometimes deep rest for sure, 100%. Like if you're feeling exhausted, like Nidra is the way to go. I also forgot to mention, but 30 minutes of Nidra meditation can be equivalent to 4 to 8 hours of sleep, like scientific studies have shown. So not by a means of biohacking, but in the means of if you just need more nourishment and rest, it's really, really beautiful and profound. You're 37 weeks pregnant. Oh my goodness. Congratulations also. So you're grateful to have some much needed manifesting form. Yes. And like what a powerful time to manifest with all the things that you got going on. That is so exciting. I love that. And exciting new chapters like around the corner. So good. And I love as well, like everyone is truly in such like different spaces in their lives, but we can all come together and like create something new in our own lives, which I think is really beautiful. So truly, thank you all so much. And thank you to everyone who's watching the recording as well. And yeah, I hope each one of you enjoys this weekend. Have so much fun with the Aries energy and manifest your heart desires away. And yeah, I hope each one of you has a beautiful and wonderful rest of your day or evening when wherever you find yourself in the world. And yeah, until next time, I will see you guys all soon. Bye, everyone.